Overcoming Challenges. Pitfalls in the Industry, presented by Patrina Johnson, Travis Murphy, Grace Vansel, Lacey Dutcher, and Bonnie Butler.
Have you ever noticed when a smash hit piece of media, say a video game like Call of Duty, for example, hits the scene, all of a sudden there's nothing but games that are nearly exactly like it coming out? After a while, it starts to get tiresome to the point where most people will be in the mood for anything but yet another person. Many's first reaction would be to blame the artists behind these copycat creations for being so unoriginal to be unable to come up with their own unique ideas. However, most of the time, that's not truly the case, as artists are often willing to make their own different works, but are unable to due to publishers' unwillingness to fund such projects. Let's be honest here. Publishers only fund these artistic endeavors for a promise of a cut of the profits in return. Often, this has an extreme effect of publishers demanding what they perceive as the hot next big thing that'll give them the most money for their investments. And as much as us artists would love to create art unrestricted by such things, sadly, we all must deal with the reality of making ends meet. So how can artists overcome the pitfall of needing money to complete their works without the restrictions of big publishers? Enter Kickstarter, a website where artists can pitch their projects directly to the public instead for a shot at crowdsourcing, or gaining the funds through multiple varying investments from multitudes of people without being tied to any one entity. This allows for both creative freedom for artists as well as serving consumers with a wider variety of creative content to enjoy, especially for those that are fans of more niche things. So, if corporate executives are too narrow-minded to believe in your vision, then perhaps take it to the people you're directly creating for in the first place. If they eat it up and you get funded, then you'll reap all the rewards, and so will they. But if it fails, then maybe the execs were right in the first place, and it's time to go back to the drawing board. In the end, Kickstarter is an excellent innovation that allows more art a chance to get out, giving a good kick to the dreadful effects of market saturation and homogenization. How will you use it?
Overcoming Challenges Due to Technology from the writer's point of view. Because of the betterment of technology, we have the chance of the failure of imagination. Playing video games more than disappearing into an imaginary world to deal with problems can hinder your imagination. Better tech equals less imagination. So how can we overcome this? In all reality, there is no right or wrong way for us to reclaim our imagination. However, there are a few steps. Go outdoors more, exercise more, limit our exposure to technology, and finally read more. In other words, go out and experience the world. Your imagination will thank you for it. And now from the editor's point of view. With the betterment of technology, there will be a rise in plagiarism. Due to easy access, plagiarism will increase and will be easier to achieve. Because of this, we will have to spend more time editing, proofreading, and approving new pieces of work. This can cause a decrease in new work being developed. So how can we overcome this? Until there is a more sound method for detecting the subtlest of plagiarism, we can have multiple individuals review work to ensure no plagiarizing, establish a clear set of rules and consequences for plagiarizing to a client, demonstrate the differences between search and research, etc., etc.
Presented by Lacey Dutcher, CSI Assignment Group 3 Milestone 2 Project. Overcoming Challenges and Pitfalls in the Creative Writing Industry. Overcoming Writer's Block. Every great writer, I'm sure, has stumbled across writer's block. This can cause a lot of problems when trying to get into the entertainment industry. There are a lot of ways to overcome this obstacle. Ways of overcoming writer's block. Write every day is a great way to keep your imagination active. Also, writing what you're passionate about helps keeping you going on subjects that interest you. Keeping away from distractions. Building up ideas can help get rid of writer's block. Write your ideas down, as well as knowing your target reader. Don't just write about what you like, but write about what you think would interest others.